I could make my photography way easier than this. Tap a screen, let the camera fix everything, fire off 100 shots and never think about it twice. But I realized that every single part of my life was designed to be as fast and easy as possible. So I decided to make my photography harder on purpose. In this video, I want to show you why I chose the slower, more inconvenient way to take photos, and how making one part of my life intentionally harder actually made the rest of it feel much calmer. We live in a world that's engineered to remove friction. One-click checkout, instant streaming, same-day delivery, autocorrect, autofocus, auto everything, and digital photography is no different. Unlimited storage, instant preview, auto mode fixes your exposure, your focus, your white balance. And for a long time I thought that's what I wanted. I would go out with my digital camera and take 100 photos in an hour. And I was telling myself that I'm being productive, I'm capturing every single moment. But here's what I actually remember from all those walks. Absolutely nothing. You see, the problem is I wasn't really seeing, I was just collecting. And the more I shot, the less I paid attention. Because when everything is easy, when there's no limit, no consequence, no cost, nothing feels like it matters. I realized I wasn't anxious because I didn't have enough photos. I was anxious because I had too many options, too many shots, too much noise. And I trained myself to move fast, capture everything, and never really slow down to see what I'm looking at. So I made a choice. I switched to film. Not because I'm a purist, not because I think digital is bad. I switched because I needed friction. I needed something to force me to slow down, to pay attention, to make a decision before clicking the shutter. I needed limits. Film photography is harder objectively. It takes longer, there's a cost involved, you can't see your results instantly, you can't erase mistakes, and that's the point. Because when something costs you time, money, and attention, you treat it differently. You become present. This is not about nostalgia, it's not about being cooler or more authentic or whatever. It's about choosing a practice that makes me better at paying attention. And that practice, it has to be hard, because easy doesn't teach you anything. So, what does that harder actually look like? Well, let me show you. First, the process. You have to load the film, you have to set your exposure manually, shutter speed, aperture, ISO, all by hand. You measure the light, you guess, you adjust. There's no preview screen, no instant feedback, no safety net. You make the decision, you press the shutter, and you move on. Second is the cost. Every roll of film costs money. Every time you press the shutter, you are spending. Film stock, development, scanning, it kind of adds up. So you don't waste shots, you don't spray and pray. You think before you shoot. Third is the limits. 36 shots, that's all you get. No do-overs, no just-in-case shots. When you only have 36 frames, every single one matters. So you can't be careless. And fourth is the waiting. Sometimes you finish a roll, you send it off to the lab, and you wait days, sometimes weeks, to get the results. No instant gratification, no immediate validation, just patience. So that's the harder part. And here's what I didn't expect. All that friction, all that patience, it didn't make photography harder, it made it more calm. When you only have 36 shots, you stop rushing, you walk slower, you look longer. You're not trying to capture everything, you're trying to see something. And that shift, it changes the whole experience. I'm not as anxious anymore. I'm not as worried about getting the shot. I'm just there, here. And when the photos come back after days or weeks of waiting, they feel different. They feel earned. Because I remember every single one, where I was standing, what I was thinking. The waiting makes the seeing feel richer. And delayed gratification turns out to be even more satisfying. Here's the thing I didn't expect. You know, when you bring in something new into your life, it often spills into the rest of your life. Well, exactly the same thing happened with this. Film taught me that friction can be a gift. So I started implementing friction in other parts of my life. Handwritten notes instead of typing. Going for a walk without my phone. listening to music on vinyl one side at a time instead of an endless playlist on Spotify. None of it's efficient, but that is the point. It's a small protest against the part of me that believes faster is always better. I'm not saying that you have to shoot film, but what I am saying is that maybe all of us need something in our life that's more deliberate, slower, requires more patience, more friction. Because that's where the presence lives, and we all need to be more present. Making my photography harder on purpose is one of the best decisions that I've made. Not because it makes better photos, even though sometimes it does, but because I am better when taking those photos. I am calmer, more present, I feel more alive. So here's my question to you. Where's one part of your life that you have intentionally made it harder for yourself? Or where's one part of your life that you are going to introduce friction to get some presence? Leave a comment. I would love to hear it. I respond to each and every one. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, there's a bunch of other stuff that you can check out on my channel, and I would love to connect with you. So leave a comment. I engage with every single one, and I post new videos every single week. So I'm looking forward to see you again in the next one. Cheers.